Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm gonna get straight into this right away. Let's go. So we are actually combining two of our biggest strategies so far, two of my main strategies, and we are going to combine them together to have the highest win rate possible. I'm so excited to bring this to you guys today because you are going to love this video. All right, let's get right into it. So as you know, and for those who don't know, I'm going to quickly go over it. I have two main strategies. My first strategy is the simple Forex strat. Now this is a reversal strategy. And then one of my biggest other strategies is using the box method. Now, if we combine these two strategies together, I have created, and I've been testing this over the past couple weeks actually, and this is helping my win rate. It's helping me skip out on trades that would have failed, but because I'm adding this extra strategy together, the win rate is so much higher. You get higher risk to reward ratios. This is gonna help you a lot. So we're gonna show you exactly how we can do this. My first strategy, as you all know, is the simple Forex strategy. To put it in the most simple form ever, we are trying to catch reversals. So as you can see, we are in this downtrend here. We try to figure out when does it reverse the opposite direction. Well, it reverses when price breaks a lower high, like this lower high here. As you see, price broke above this line of the lower high, came back into some liquidity down here, and then goes up into profit. As the most simple terms, if you actually don't know my strategy, there's so many videos on my channel about it specifically, so you can go ahead and watch that. Now my other strategy is called the box strategy, or the box method, whatever you want to call it. This is when we select from the top to the bottom of this push here on the MACD. This is my MACD settings here. It is all standard, all default. The only thing I do differently is change the colors and I take off the signals. So this MACD helps me to see the up and the downs of the trend and momentum, and it shows me the push. So anyways, what I do is I select this red part, which I did here, and then I stack the red part on the very top and pull it out. So when price breaks above this red part, I look for a buy. But obviously it took a while for it to break out. So then we go to the next one, we select this zone here, and then we also want to select this zone on the candles from the top to the bottom. So we're gonna pull it to there, to the bottom, and as you can see, we use the top of the wick as well, and then we drag that to the very top. And if price breaks above that, then we look for a buy back into liquidity. So price broke above, so then we wait for this pullback because there's always a pullback, and if there's not, it's okay, you'll miss the trade, that's fine, but you always wait for the pullback to be safe into liquidity. And as you can see, there's a lot of liquidity down here, and then this is also a nice little order block here where price came back into. It did make a little push here, could have got stopped out, could have not got stopped out, but we're going to show you exactly how we combine these two trade styles together to create the perfect strategy. Now we're going to look at the exact same thing. We're just going to combine them together. This is exactly how you're going to do it. So step one, we wait for price to break a lower high. This is when we're in a downtrend. So in price, we are in a downtrend here. All we're looking for is price to break a lower high. How do we market the lower highs? We just mark the top of these green pushes. These are the lower highs. So we're going to mark out the tops of each one. Top there, we mark the highest spot on the lower high. That's a lower high there, another lower high there, another lower high here. Okay, and this is actually going to be a very perfect example here, because as we can see, price broke this higher low here on the green part. As we can see, price actually came above and broke above this lower high right here. See, price broke above our lower high. So this is the indication for our first strategy that price is going to reverse. Now we would usually wait for price to come back into liquidity, which we would probably mark out to be here. And then we have a nice little order block right here as well. So price would come back into our liquidity. We would have bought here and then got stopped out. So this is exactly why we're going to combine the other box momentum strategy with this one, because it will help you not lose trades. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to always eliminate losses. Okay, so we actually had a failed trade happen here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to rewind for a second and we're going to pretend that we are looking for this trade again. As you know, we're looking for price to break a lower high. Price broke a lower high here. right? Because this is our lower high and we had price break above. This is our signal to look for a buy. But now what we're going to do is we're going to combine the box strategy with this because it will help us lose less trades, and that's ultimately what we're trying to do. We're trying to have more wins than losses and bigger wins than losses. So the box method is we mark out the box that we want of this downtrend. This is a downward red push. So we're gonna mark out the downward red push on the actual candles. And we wanna make sure we capture everything from the very highest wick to the very lowest candle and wick. So that is our box, right? And what we do is we place our box on top of the highest part again, and we pull it out. And as you can see, price never had enough momentum to break this box. It only came up to here, but it never broke. We need to see price break above the box too. We need to see price break above box. It never did. So we would have never entered this trade until price broke above the box, which it did not, and it kept going down. This would have been a safe trade right here. And this is where a lot of you are losing out. Also, we are going to now look at some trades and how to actually use this. So I'm just going to get rid of this for a second and we are going to move forward here. Okay, we're going to continue to look for a trade. So once again, we are looking for price to break above a lower high. Price broke above a lower high. Everything from the lowest candle and wick to the highest candle and wick, as you see, right? And what we're doing is we're just placing the box on top of where the top of the box would be. So if I put that there just to show you, boom, that is our box. And we need price to break above that now, which it never did. And it made a new lower high here. So then we're gonna restart again, come back here. This is our new lower high, because as you can see on the green there, this is our new lower high. Because as you can see on the green here, it made a new high. And next thing, we need to mark out our box. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Everything from the lowest wick and candle to the highest wick and candle. And we place our box on top again. And then we pull our box out. And look at that, as we can see, we now have two confirmations. We have our number one strategy, the simple strategy. We broke a lower high. We wait for price to come back into liquidity. We have an order block going on here. We have some liquidity from these big wicks down here. If anyone needs a great broker, I highly recommend Hanko Trade. Sign up with my link down below. You get up to 500 leverage and you can fund your account really fast with crypto. Highly recommend using them. I personally use them to trade. They've been really great to me so far. No problems with withdrawals, anything like that. Sign up, my link will be down below in the description. So we had price break our box and we had price break our lower high. So that is our two entries. That's our two entry triggers now that have been triggered. Now our entries, we wait for price to come back into our liquidity zone. So I can get rid of the box now, get rid of the lower high. Now all we do is wait for price to come back somewhere in this area. Cool. And as you can see, price comes back into our area. Nice, just like that. Okay. Then we would enter when price comes into our zone. Let's say we entered there, put our stops nice and below this structure here. And then for targets, let's target. Okay, so now we just wait for price to come back to our target, wherever our target is. And we see price moves right up into our target for a nice little 5.34 risk to reward ratio. We're going to show you one more example real quick, just so you guys get the hang of it, and we'll be back in a second. Okay, so we're going to show you an example of the opposite, because I know a lot of you kind of find it difficult to do the exact reverse. So now we're going to use a downtrend for an example. We were in an uptrend before, we're going to use an uptrend as an example. We were in a downtrend before. Now we have an uptrend going on. Cool. So we're going to combine both things. We need price to break a lower high, and we also need it to break our box. So let's see what happens. Can price break our lower high? Nice. Price has broken our lower high. That's what we want. And we also need it to break our box, which we mark from the highest part right here to the lowest part, which is right there. and then we stack our box on top of each other, and we can see if price broke it. So it broke both things. It broke our box and it broke our lower high. As you can see right here, we have a couple candles below, which is what we want to see. Now we need price to come back into some liquidity, into our order block here. So we can get rid of this now, and we can wait for price to come back to our area where we want to enter, which I'm going to enter right about here. Have a nice stop above the highest point of structure, which is right there. And then for this, we can set a nice little take profit. Let's go to the lowest low right here, and we'll see what we can do. So price, just like that, heads straight up, straight up into our entry, and then down to our take profit, and continues to go even lower. So yeah, with this, you can avoid some potential losses and really play it safe by having both of our entries confirmed and both of our strategies used together. This is very powerful. This is amazing. Share this with whoever you can, because this will really help their trading game. It's definitely helped a lot of people, especially in our Discord. So join our Discord if you want.